Hello, everybody. My skin is having a moment right now. I usually try to have everything prepped before I get on here, but today's video is about my big giveaway that I won. I've never won anything on Twitter my whole life. I've been on Twitter since 2009. I've never won anything. So when I tell you, I screamed when I got that DM. I work in a warehouse, and I was looking at my phone, and it was like, oh my God, you thought, you would have thought that, I was dying. I'm going to show it. Boom. Look at that. I love this box. It's a plastic box, the holographic, but I can put so much crap in this. Okay, so we made it back. Yeah, so Nyx sent me this package yesterday, and I am just overjoyed to actually get into it and use it. It has a primer, a powder, a highlighter, and a setting spray with 3 brushes that go with the kit. We're going to get into them, and we're going to read about them and put them on my face and see how they do. So the first product we have is, get a little paper, High Glass Face Primer for $17. I love it how they have the back on it. Hopefully my camera will. And we'll read about it. Hydrate and blur skin with our light infused radiant primer to get the party started. Now the primer brush is super, super cute. Okay, here's the primer brush. Okay, so we're going to use that. We're going to go in. I've never used a brush to use my primer. I've always just put it on my hands. So we're going to go in and see how this works. The brush is super, super soft, like crazy soft. And I'm just kind of mushing it in. Okay, so it's on. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this side has a glass. It's not, I would say glass, but it has like a shine to it, a slight shine, whereas this side is like just a dull. I know my lights are gross right now. So yeah, I would say it is a light color. I can't my camera. Okay, so it's on. It does give it a glass effect, like I said. I would say it's like a dewy. So if you don't know what glass effect is, it's like a dewy effect. Not as wet. It's not wet. It's just a very, it's dry. It's tacky. But it does give that look of it having like a dewiness to it. There's no scent to it. The color fades into there's no color on your skin. I paid attention when I was fluffing it into my face, but whatever's in the bottle, whatever color that is, that's not what comes out on your skin. So done with the primer. So I love this brush though. This nubby brush is so cute. Okay, I'm going to go in and put my foundation on, and then we will use the next step. The next step is called High Glass Finishing Powder. It's $12. This is a little guy right here. And so set up your glass game with pressed luminous setting powder to even skin tone for all over polished sheen. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I am having a lighting issue. I look washed out AF. Look at this. Oh my gosh, terrible. Okay, this camera picks up everything and stuff I don't want it to pick up. I don't know why it does that. Like, I don't know if I do something like to help it. It doesn't help it. I don't know what I'm going to do. Okay, so I got my foundation and my concealer on, and when I tell you I'm having a skin issue, I have rosacea. I can't pronounce it right, but it makes my skin have like these flare-ups where it has these dots. They're not pimples. They're just, I don't know really what it is. I know that I have it, but it makes my skin just freak out every 6 months or so. And so then I'll get like all these little bumps, these stupid little red things, and it's just so annoying. It's like, I hate it. So I have to deal with it. It does a cycle. It does it every 6 months or so, and then it goes away. But it's the most annoying thing. I hate it. So that's my skin issue. Okay. I am going in on the High Glass Finishing Powder. Step up your game. with pressed luminous setting powder for even skin tone for an all-over polished sheen. Okay, here's the brush. It's just a normal, you know, powder brush. It's got a little bit of a tilt to it. Very soft, like the other one. Okay, I finally got it unwrapped. Holy guacamole. Okay. So we're going to go in with this powder. First I want to, like, touch it. Oh, that's so soft. Okay, it is very, it kind of, there we go. Right there. So that's what the powder looks like. So we're going to put that on and see what it does. It's very light. We'll do a little swirly. And we'll tap. Oh, I should tap. Okay. I'll go in. Under. Oh. Okay. This is the setting powder, but okay. Okay. It's giving me that look that they said it would. I normally just put setting powder under my eyes, usually, and then just fluff it out all over my skin. I usually don't rub it all over my skin. But this is different. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so there we are. You can't see it very well at all, and I got my janky mirror. I'm gonna look at that. It doesn't give it. Sorry, like my broken mirror. I'll turn. So it gives it a shine, but it looks like it's a highlighter too, like a highlighter powder. But it did set everything in place. You know, I'm not getting any residual off my fingers. It gives you that dewy look, not like crazy, but to me it's more of a highlighter, a very, very soft highlighter, but it does give you that highlighted look a little bit when you're looking from like here, because my lighting's crap on my. Yeah, it's more of a cheek, but I don't know. They say it's a setting powder. All I can see are these freaking dots on my face. It looks gross. But yeah, it illuminates, like it said, but to me it's like a setting powder / highlighter. And I just slathered that all over my face. And I haven't put on highlighter yet. Oh, Lord almighty. Okay, I got my contour and blush on. It still looks like a highlighter. I'm not kidding. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a powder have that much illumination to it. It worked like a setting powder, but it looks like a highlighter, which is crazy to me. So there's that. I don't know. So just remember, if you're gonna use it, that it could be dual purpose, I guess. It's a very light highlighter. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is their Illuminate. High Glass Illuminating Powder, $12. Snatch the whole look with this pressed gel highlighter for an oil-free dewy glass-like glow. Okay, gel highlighters to me go on with your finger, but they did supply a brush. So we're going to use it because I love my brushes. And if I can get this little sleeve off of it, it's very pretty, very soft, just like the others. It is a highlighter brush. I have one just like this, you know, tilted for your cheeks. It's cut a little bit differently. So it's cut like from the front. It has an angle from the front to the back. Like it's a little bit different. But I like that. So I like my highlighting brush. Okay, so this is the gel. So I'm going to go in and, oh, it is. Oh my. Okay. This is, so here's the product. So there's that. Very similar to the powder, but in a gel form. Now I'm going to put one side on with my fingers and one side on with that brush. And so here, we'll tap this on and see what it does. Oh, it's very bright. That's for sure. Okay, so there's the, and you can't tell with the camera, but that is, I would say it's a very soft glow. It's not, like, it's very strong on your fingers, but it's a very soft glow on your face. Okay, we're going to go on with the brush. Ooh, I got the wrong side. It picks it up, so that's impressive. Usually gels don't go on a brush very well that I've ever had. So it picks some up. So we're going to go in and see what this does. I'm surprised it actually went on very easily. Huh. Interesting. Move. Let's bring her down. Doop, 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 doop. And right there. So I would say that the brush worked better than your fingers. Like it put on more product than your fingers did. At least on this one it did. So that's interesting because usually gel highlighters don't work well with brushes, but that worked really, really well. It's very bright on the one side of the brush. Okay guys, so I adjusted my camera. I took this god-awful above light off and opened up my curtains back here, and I wanted to show you some natural lighting on it. I think it looks a lot better when I show you with natural light because I think sometimes the light ring and the inside lights distorts what product is supposed to look like and what it does. So as you can tell, my eyeballs are going back and forth, but I put the highlighter on and it's very soft. So it's right here, and I did blend it out a little bit, buffed out, but you can tell like it's very soft. It's not overwhelming. If you layered this, it probably would be very strong, but I am not a person who likes really strong highlighter, so I think this is beautiful the way it is. I think that if you want it's a golden glow, so it's not silver, it's not rainbow, it's a beautiful like sun-kissed glow, but very, very soft. So if you like soft highlighters, this would be a really, really good one to pick up. Like I said, it picked up on the brush. Where'd that brush go? I lost it. It doesn't transfer from your finger to your face very well. The brush works amazing, which is funny because the gel highlighter and every gel highlighter I've ever used just doesn't work with brushes. But for whatever reason, this brush, this one right here, it picks it up and puts it on, and then I just took my other blending brush and blended it out, and it's beautiful. I really, really do love it. Like I said, I'm a very big fan of soft glow. I don't like bright highlights, so this just works really well for me. I did put the setting spray on. It's just your basic setting spray. I wouldn't say it gives me a glassy look. It locks it in. I can feel it on my face. It's not heavy. It's not as light as like my Slay All Day by Gerard Cosmetics, but this, you know it's on your face, so you know your makeup is going to stay. And it's not as heavy as the Up All Night by Urban Decay. So it's a very good in-between. So if you need something for your makeup to stay during the day, in case it's, a little bit warm out, or maybe you just don't want it to move, this will be a good one. I already know I am very picky about my setting sprays. I don't like a really heavy setting spray unless I'm going somewhere that I know I can't have shit move, and that would be the Urban Decay. If I go every single day, I always use the Slay All Day. I work, like I said, I work in a warehouse. I'm not trying to impress anybody, so that works well for me. So this today is a nice surprise because it's nice to have something in between when you're going to work and you're going out all night. This is the perfect in between. It has a little tiny scent, nothing overwhelming. So if you're on the fence about it because of the scent, because some setting sprays are just either god-awful, smelly, bad, smells like a flower, something. There's always something wrong. This has a tiny fragrance. But as soon as it goes on, it's gone. Like it's just right out of the bottle, boom. But it's not, it's like very, very soft, I guess I should say. Not even perfumey. It's just you smell it and then it's gone. So if you're one of those that don't want a scent, this has a very, very light scent. But like I said, as soon as it leaves the bottle, it's gone. It doesn't stay. It doesn't linger, which I also don't like stuff that lingers on your face. Like the Gerard Cosmetics has a very strong flavor profile, but as soon as it sits on your face, it's gone. It doesn't linger, and I like that too. Let's get into the powder. everybody knows, if you've been on my channel long enough, I am so picky about powder. And I don't like this powder. I don't like it because I don't feel like it's a powder. I feel like it's a highlighter. It sat on my face very well. It didn't go into my pores, but I wasn't expecting it to because my powder sits on my face, but it doesn't highlight. This, to me, is like a beautiful powder highlighter. So I know that probably isn't what they intended it to be, but for me, the way I used it, I did not like the way it sat under my eyes for an illumination. I want something that goes under my eyes, makes it soft, blurs it, but doesn't illuminate. Because right now I feel like I'm just like, I have fine lines and I have bags and I have sags. So girls and boys, I'm 46 years old. I cannot hide that fact. So I don't want something that's going to like, hey, you're 46. Oh, maybe you shouldn't put that on. That would be this for me. If you're young and have beautiful soft skin, you can pile this on and it's going to look so good. But for me, I'm going to pass on it. I'll probably give it to my daughter because she really does like those kind of things. But for me, this would be a no. Just because my skin is more mature and it takes a little bit more work. And I have to keep in mind of the things that you put on a skin when you're mature for it not to enhance those things. Like I said, the fine lines, the wrinkles, the bags, everything. And this was just one of those things. Is it a beautiful finish? Yes. It has that beautiful soft glow. I wouldn't say it's a glassy look, but it's a beautiful soft illuminating glow. I really did like that. But as far as the powder, no. Highlighter, yes. That's just me. Okay. Let's go to the primer. Like everybody knows, if you've been on my channel for some time, my favorite primer in the whole world is number 7 Airbrush Away. I use it every single day. I cannot talk about it enough. I do like this. It leaves your face tacky, so then your foundation and your concealer sticks. I really like that. The Airbrush Away is not tacky. It's very silicone, so it just glides. Everything glides on. I like that it's different in that aspect, that when you put it on and it's still tacky and then you put your other stuff on, that they don't move. So I really do like this. The color does not affect anything on your face. It doesn't stain it. It doesn't mix in with your foundation to give it a different crazy color. It literally just fades. It's a beautiful color. Like I said, it does make it a dewy look when it's on. It's not matte. It's just one of these surprises. Like I have NYX's Angel Veil. This is my go-to next to my Airbrush Away, and I also have this one. I don't like this one. It has illuminating particles in it, and I don't like that in my primer. That's the only reason why I don't like that primer, is because of that, because it just makes my face look like a, I don't know, glitter bomb. I don't like it. The Angel Veil is my go-to next to the Airbrush Away, and I really, really, really do like this. I love how you put it on. Like I said, it's tacky, and then you can put your other products on it, and they stick to it. I really love that. The brush, I've never, and I'm not, I mean, like I said, I'm 46 years old. I have never put primer on with a brush. I've always used my fingers. And this brush is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it's so soft. It's like all the brushes I've gotten were baby soft. I love all the brushes. I can't stress enough how much I love the brushes. But this brush, it has like little panda bear feet, like little paws. Look at that. It's so cute. But it put the product on like amazingly. And like when you went in and it just like went in and sat, I'm shocked. Like I said, I've never used a brush for primer. I've just like slathered it on and pressed it in, and this worked really, really well. And those little nubs there, they just get in, and you know, it's just a big surprise. I was so happy with it. But this is the biggest surprise, I think, how much I really like this primer, because I am very picky about primers. Primers and mascara and powders are probably my 3 things for makeup companies. If you screw up, I probably will not buy your stuff. Makeup is such a, you know, everybody's like, oh, it's such a young woman's game. No, it's not. It is universal, man or women, and you can be, you know, from 5 to 105. And I say 5 because when I was 5, I was putting on my grandma's makeup. You know, I wasn't going out in public with it because she'd probably beat my ass, but I was sneaking it on my face. You know, I was using Avon. So I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. Anyway, I like everything in here except for the powder. I am so thankful and so happy to be able to do this review for NYX. Here it is. Again, the packaging is beautiful because sometimes when PR goes out, and I don't get PR, people like don't even, I buy all my stuff. Everything in this, everything you see and I put on my face, I have bought. Except for this. This is the first thing I've ever won, first thing I've ever gotten. I got some PR from Colored Rain. I will say that that is true. And they just came in, it didn't have any pretty packaging. It just came in a box, which I appreciated because sometimes there's just too much. Like you've got all this stuff. It's just too much. So this is great because I can put other makeup products in it. So yeah, I really like this case. I think it's beautiful. And I think it's a great idea to help reduce the waste that goes to the landfill. And with that, if you like this video, even though it's kind of all over the place and the picture quality is crap, and I do love my new camera, I'm just not used to it yet. I have to figure out the lighting. Please give it a thumbs up. And see, it moved. So here we are. Like, it just like, I can't move anything on my, there we go. So if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would, please subscribe. I really do love doing these videos. I love looking at the comments. And so if you subscribe to my channel, it just helps me get to my goal of 1,000 subs. I'm nowhere near 4,000 watched hours, but someday I will be. It just helps with the struggle. And if you want to know when I upload each and every time, ring that bell and you will be notified. And so with that, until the next video, you guys, have a great week. Bye.